single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Peace, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiffany. I go by the name of Emerald Goddess on all my social media sites, which is Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. My purpose for building this YouTube channel is so that I can enlighten many people as far as spirituality goes, manifestation, law of attraction, and meditation. I'll be touching base on those subjects and a lot more other subjects as people may have some questions or some concerns and stuff like that. And I'll be more than happy to answer those. Just leave them down in the comment section below. Alright, so I'm 28 years old. I live in Texas. I started my spiritual journey 2 years and 8 months ago, about as long as I've been growing my lives. When I first embarked on my spiritual journey, I pretty much was at a state where I was having a lot of questions. I was going through a lot of things. I felt like, why am I going through these things? I didn't understand what was going on. Why aren't things getting better for me and stuff like that? At the time, things are a lot better for me now, ever since I've been on my spiritual path. But I had a lot of questions, and most people, when they start to awaken, you have a lot of questions. You start questioning everything. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You should question everything. You should wonder why certain things aren't adding up, why they're not making sense. So my basic belief on God is that God is an energy. God is masculine and feminine energy. And with that being said, energy is everything. So you are God. No, I'm not God. I'm not God. I ain't accepting that. You're probably saying that to yourself, but you are. How can you separate yourself from the source? How can you separate yourself from the thing that you are? I'm going to use an analogy that I heard from a fellow YouTuber, a fellow spiritual person. He goes by the name of Nature Boy, sometimes calls himself Master Teacher. He says, you take a sheet of glass and you break it into a million pieces. You pick up a piece of that glass. Are you going to say that that's not glass? Are you going to say this piece of glass is not glass? No, you won't. You wouldn't say it's not glass, because even though it's just a piece, it's still glass. So how can you look at yourself, a mere piece of God, a small fractal piece of God, a piece of everything there is, or the all that is, and say that you're not God? It's in the Bible. Jesus said it himself. If Jesus can say, I have my Father above, then that's basically him saying he's God. Then why can't you say the same thing? Why separate yourself from the source? That disconnect is part of the reason why you're unable to manifest the things you desire into your life. You should connect yourself to the source. A great way to do that is by meditation. If you have a problem with meditation, like you can't really focus, best way to start is sleep meditation, because that's how I started, with sleep meditation. I connect to the source as often as I possibly can. The reason for that is because it got me through so many things. When I first moved to Texas, I did not have anywhere to live. I was homeless. But I was determined to get out of that homeless shelter. And I did. I was living with somebody else for a little while. I had a boyfriend that really wasn't supportive, verbally abused me. Got rid of him. But I was determined to get on my feet. I was determined. I said to myself, I'm going to get a job. And I spoke it from my heart. Boom. A week later, I got a job. Then I said, I'm going to give me an apartment. I'm going to give me a place to live, my own place. I said that with full belief. I had full faith in it. And all it takes is the faith of a mustard seed to get anything you desire. That's all it takes. And basically, that little analogy that Jesus used, the faith of a mustard seed, is basically saying faith is faith no matter what size it is. So with that faith, I got that apartment. And no, I didn't really have furniture when I moved in the apartment. Come to think of it, I really had a problem getting into the apartment. But I moved in July 7th of 2017, 777. I was so worried, but through some miracle, God, the universe, made it to where I had enough money to get that apartment. Didn't need any outside assistance, because I was seeking some outside assistance. I was seeking help, but it came in the form of my own check. And I got that apartment that I wanted. It wasn't exactly the one, but I got in those apartments because I desired to live in those apartments, and I got it. And the one I got was perfect. The moon shines right through the window. And I love the moon. So with that being said, I'm basically saying you can manifest anything you want as long as you focus intently on it and have the faith of a mustard seed. Your thoughts create your reality. You're an infinite being. I also believe we don't technically die. You might leave this vessel, but you don't die because you are energy. You are pure consciousness. So you technically don't die. You have infinite life. I believe in reincarnation. We have lived many lives. A lot of us have dreams of being places that seem familiar, but we don't really remember being there. So basically, you dreaming of your past life. I've had quite a few dreams of my past life. You're going to continuously reincarnate. You're going to continuously reincarnate here on this earth. Excuse the noise, y'all. Until you learn the divine lesson that you were sent here to learn. And that's who you truly are. You were sent here to know thyself. And that is to know that you are God. And everything that happens in your life, you created it. Your thoughts create your reality. Keep that in mind. Anything you think becomes a thing. Because in the beginning was the word. Word comes from thought. So in the beginning, there was the thought. And the thought was God. And the thought was with God. So the thought is God. So in the beginning was a thought. And with that thought, it created everything. So anything you think intensely and you focus on it and you believe in it, you will manifest. If you believe you're nothing, you will be nothing. But the funny part about life is to know everything is to know that you know nothing. You are everything and nothing at the same time. It sounds crazy. Kind of sounds contradictory, but the funny part about life as well is life is contradictory. But you can do anything you want to do with your mind. You're an infinite divine being. You're limitless. You have no limits. There is no limits to what you can do. None whatsoever. So why limit yourself? I don't know how I'm going to get this. Don't do that. Don't worry. Stop worrying. Worrying blocks you from manifesting. You can do whatever you want to do. Just believe in yourself. I got myself out of a hole by believing in it, by speaking it into existence. I believe I'm going to touch many lives. I believe I'm going to enlighten millions of people with these videos. Anything you have questions on, I will answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'll get you the answer. So I'm here to help. I'm a light being. I was sent here to help millions of people, to awaken millions of people, to guide millions of people along their spiritual journey. So I'm going to make this video short because it's basically just my introductory video. But any questions that you may have, please leave them down in the comment section. Stay tuned for more videos. Like and subscribe. Make sure you share it with your friends because I'll be making more videos. Come along with me on my spiritual journey. I'm here to teach you and learn from you. Because I know there are those out there that know quite a bit more than I do. But before I go, I want you to say to yourself, I am an infinite divine being. I am abundant, and anything I desire is mine. Say that to yourself every day because that's who you are. And I'll leave this by saying, peace, love, and light reflections. I love you all.